study with the School of Conflict Analysis and Resolution from George Mason University and the Mediterranean Academy for Diplomatic Studies with the University of Malta. I originally was accepted as a student to what was then the Institute for Conflict Analysis and Resolution from George Mason University. George Mason University had signed an agreement with the University of Malta to create this program. As a beginning student with George Mason, I had then been informed of this opportunity. I applied immediately when I had found out about it. I knew of Malta before, of its location, and I had interest in studying diplomacy, especially within the North African and Southern European area. So this was a perfect fit. I love Malta. Malta is, the climate, for one, is wonderful, certainly that. But not just that, I find that the Maltese people have been incredibly friendly to me. I find that this is an ideal location strategically as a student. That I find that the convenience of traveling around Valletta has been wonderful. It's a beautiful city, very historic, and as a student, the facilities have been, especially within this building, have been more than what I've asked for. Its location within Europe, being able to then travel around. There are the low-cost carriers that go to several different places. So Malta has been great for that, and the nature of the program itself, it's been a perfect place to study. Even more so in some ways. Obviously, you can't anticipate who your cohort will be. You don't know ahead of time about the friendships and the relationships that you're going to make. But that has really been the strongest, that the program has attracted some of the finest students, present company included, that I've had the pleasure of studying with. Absolutely, especially to students from the United States, from the Washington D.C. area, that this is a golden opportunity to receive a degree within conflict resolution that is geographically close to many conflict zones, close enough for analysis, but far enough to where you're still safe. That there's no sense of danger while you're in Malta, and yet you still have a geographical position that gives you a closer bird's eye view of some of the most important issues that are facing the world today. And I don't foresee that the issues are necessarily going to stop. I think that that's going to be a recurring theme. And so to Malta, it's like having front row seats to the geopolitics and of the headlines that are facing the world. This is the ideal place to study. My advice to prospective students: do your research ahead of time. Make sure that you'll have your visa information, have the logistics taken care of that way. There are, of course, it's a new program. There are some growing pains that way, but aside from that, read a lot before you get here. Education within this, it is very fast-paced, and when you're looking at the books that you want to bring with you, you won't have time for them. I have 15 books that I brought with me and have only been able to even open a couple of them several times. The workload is very heavy, and if you're not serious about being a student, then unfortunately this isn't the program for you. While we're on an island that is wonderful for vacation, this is not a vacation. So if the cost of living in Malta is exceptional. The tuition rate compared to a United States institution is absolutely exceptional. But there is a great deal of commitment. And if one is not ready to make that commitment, then unfortunately this is not the right program if one wants a relaxed form of education.